Good morning everybody. Welcome back to our channel Sri Education. In previous class we learned the direct proportion and indirect proportion. So now this class we learn exercise 10.4. Exercise 10.4 before we learn the one definition. Direct and indirect proportion, we compare the two quantities depend on compound proportion. Compound proportion, direct and indirect proportion depend on one quantity in another quantity. So compound proportion, sometimes change in one quantity depend upon the change in two or more quantities. That is the compound proportion. Yeah, sometimes change in one quantity depend upon the change in two or more quantities. So quantities in some proportion. Then quantities, the ratio of the first quantity to the compound ratio of the other two quantities. So here we compare the three quantities. So that is the compound proportion. One quantity may be in direct proportion with the other two quantities. Otherwise inverse proportion of the other two quantities. One quantity may be direct proportion with one of the two quantities and in inverse proportion with the remaining quantities. Here one quantity is another quantity direct proportion or indirect proportion, anyone is there. So that is the compound ratio. Here we compare the two or more quantities. So first quantity is compared with two or more quantities. Here two or more quantities, that is the compound ratio. Now in this exercise we learn the compound ratio. This is the compound ratio definition. Here exercise 10.4. First question, a rice costing of 480 is needed for 8 members for 20 days. What is the cost of rice required for 12 members for 15 days? So here we find the cost, 12 members for 15 days. Here 480 rupees needed for 8 members 20 days. Here we find the cost of the rice for 12 members for 15 days. Here we compare the three quantities, 1, 2, 3. We compare the three quantities. So this is the compound proportion. I am already writing here definition, compound proportion. Sometimes change in one quantity depends upon the change in two or more quantities is in same proportion. Then we equate the ratio of the first quantity to the compound ratio of the other two quantities. This is the compound ratio definition. Now exercise 10.4. First question, here 480 rupees 8 members 20 days. Here cost, members, days, three quantities. So we write the ratio. Ratio is we write here ratio is M1 D1 by W1 is equal to here M2 D2 by W2. This is the compound proportion ratio. So here we compare the three quantities. Here M1 is equal to number of men's. Here M1 is equal to here number of men. D1 equal to here number of days. W1 is equal to cost of rice. Here we compare the three ratios. So this is the compound ratio, M1 D1 by W1, M2 D2 by W2. So now here we write the values. Here M1 is equal to 8. D1 is equal to here 8 days, 8 members 20 days, 480 cost. So here D1 equal to days, 20 days. W1 is equal to here cost is 480 rupees. So next here M2 D2 W2. So we write these three. Here M2 is equal to here what is the cost of rice required for 12 members for 15 days. 12 members for 15 days. Here we find the W2 value. So here we find the W2 value, cost of the required rice. So now here these values substitute in this ratio and find the W2 value. Here M1 D1. M1 is equal to 8 into D1 equal to 20 by W1 is equal to 480. That equal to M2 equal to 12 into D2 equal to 15 by we find the W2 value. So we write W2 as this. Now here W2 equal to this W2 carry to left hand side, 12 into 15 write as this, into this fraction carry to right hand side. So we write the reciprocal. Reciprocal, what is the reciprocal? 480 by here 8 into 20. So this is the reciprocal of this fraction. So 0, 0 get cancelled. Here 8 ones are 8 6 are 2 is there. So here 2 ones are 2 6 are 12 6 6 are 36 6 6 are 30 6 6 are 36 36 into 15 36 into 15 540. So here 540 is the amount. So we write here 540. Here required amount is 540. The cost of required rice is 540. We write that one. Therefore the cost of required rice, here required rice equal to 540 rupees. 540 rupees is the final answer. This is the complete first one answer. Here the cost of required rice is 540 rupees. Next, second question. 10 men can lay a road of 75 kilometers long in 5 days. In how many days can 15 men lay a road of 45 kilometers long? So here 10 men lay a road of 75 kilometers. Here 10 men lay a road of 75 kilometers long in 5 days. So here how many days can 15 men? Here 15 men lay a road of 45 kilometers long. So here how many days? We take how many days? We find this one. This is here 3 quantities are there. So this is the compound ratio. So we find the complete lay the road required days. We find the required days. So here men working 75 kilometers long in 5 days. So here 3 quantities. So we write the ratio is M1 D1 by W1 is equal to M2 D2 by W2. Here M1 men, D days. Here W is the work, 75 kilometers is W1. So we write the values here. First here M1 is equal to 10 men. D1 equal to here 5 days. W is equal to 75 kilometers. W1 equal to 75 kilometers. So here 10 men 5 days. So next here M2, we write M2 D2 W2. Here M2 is equal to how many days? We find the days. Can 15 men lay a road of 45 kilometers. W is work. So we write 45 kilometers. So we find the D value. Here we find the D value. These values substitute in this ratio. Here M1 equal to 10 into D1 equal to 5 by here W1 equal to 75 is equal to M2 equal to 15 into D2 equal to, we find D2 value by W2 is equal to, we write 45 is the W2 value. So now here we write the D2 unknown variable. So we write the left side, we find that value. Here this one write as it is 10 into 5 by 75. So next this fraction carry to left hand side. So we write the reciprocal 45 by 15. So here 15 ones are 15 threes are 45. 3 ones are 3 twos are 6, 3 fives are 15. 5 ones are 5 fives are 5 ones are 5 twos are. Here finally 2 is there. So we write 2. D is equal to 2. Here required days is 2 days. Here 2 days 15 men lay a road of 45 kilometers. 2 days can a men lay a road of 45 kilometers. So here D equal to 2. So that's why we write the therefore number of days are required is equal to 2 days. 2 days. So this is the answer. This is the complete second one answer. Next third question, 24 men worked at 8 hours per day can do a piece of work in 15 days. In how many days can 20 men work at 9 hours per day can complete the same work? Here hours are increased, so men are decreased. So one is increased, another one is decreased. So automatically here days are increased. So here one is increased, another one is decreased. So we find the how many days. Here we find the required days. Here hours are increased and here men are decreased. So that's why here we take the compound preposition ratio is m1 d1 h1 is equal to here m2 d2 h2, m2 d2 h2. Here m is the men, d is day, h is here working hours. So we write the values. Here m1 equal to 15 days, 15 days. Here d1 equal to here 8 hours, 24 men 8 hours complete the work in 15 days. So here we write the days is here 15 days. Here 24 men 8 hours complete that work in 15 days. So days, men is m1 equal 24, days is here 15 days, 15 days, and h1 equal to here 8 hours, 8 hours. So m2 d2 h2. Here m2 is equal to 20 men works at 9 hours per day can complete the same work. Here 20 men. Here days we find the days. Here 9 hours per every day. So here 9 hours. So now here we find the days. Here we write the ratio is, substitute these values in this ratio. Here m1 equal to, we write here 24, here 24 into d1 equal to 15 into h1 equal to 8 equal to m2 20 into d2, we find d2. So write d2 as it is. h2 is equal to 9. So now here d2, we write the variable in left side. Here d2 equal to 24 into 15 into 8 by these two are carried to left hand side, 20 into 9. So now here 3 3s are 3, 5s are 5, 1s are 5, 4s are 4, 1s are 4, 6 are 24. So 3 1s are 3, 2s are 2 into 8, 2 into 8 is there. So 2 8s are 16. Here 16 days. 16 days is the answer. Here 16 days 20 men worked at 9 hours per day can complete the same work. So number of days are required is 16. Therefore number of days are required 16 days. So this is the complete third one solution. Next, fourth question. 175 men can dig a canal 1350 meters long in 36 days. How many men are required to dig a canal 3900 meters long in 24 days? Here 175 men here can dig a canal 1350 meters. Here 1350 meters, here asking 3900, increasing the long. Here days are decreasing. Here 36 days. So 36 days, here 24 days are decreasing. First one is increasing, second one is decreasing. So here 175 men. So we find the required men. Here one is increasing. Here meters is increasing and days are decreasing. So one is increasing, one is decreasing. So that's why we write the compound preposition ratio is m1 d1 by w1 is equal to m2 d2 by w2. This is the compound ratio. Therefore we write the values here. m1 equal to here 175 men. Here d1 equal to here days, 36 days. Here w1 equal to here 3150 meters. So M2 D2 W2. Here M2 D2 W2. M2 equal to, here we find the M2 value. Here required, how many men are required? So here how many men are required? We find the men. Here days, 24 days. 24 days. Here a canal 3900 meters. 3900 meters. So these values substitute in this ratio. So we write here M1 equal to, we write the value is M175 into D136 by W1 equal to 3150. M2 equal to, we find the M2 value, we write M2 as it is, into D2 is equal to 24 by W2 is equal to, here we write 3900. So here we write the value M2 is equal, we find this value. So that's why we write in left side. So here this fraction write as it is, 175 into 36 by 3150. So write as it is. This one carry to this side. So here we write the reciprocal, 3900 by 24. So 0 get cancelled. Here 12 2s are 12, 3s are 36. Next here 3 1s are 3. Here 3 1s are 3, 5s are, we write the 0. 3 105s are 3 15. So now next here 5 2s are 5 1s are 5, 3s are 15, 5 5s are 25. So 7 3s are 21, 7 5s are 35. Here 3 1s are 3, 1s are 3, 3s are. So here 0 is there. So here 2 1s are 2, 6 are 12, 2 5s are. So 5 into 65, 5 into 65. Here 5 5s are 25. Here 5 6 are 30 plus 2, 32, 325. Here 325, here required men. So number of workers are required 325. Therefore number of workers are required 325. So this is the complete fourth one answer. Next, fifth question. 14 typists typing 6 hours a day can take 12 days to complete the manuscript of a book. How many days will 4 typists work 7 hours a day can work to do the same job? Here men and working hours are inverse proportion. Here men and working hours are inverse proportion. So here a book, how many days? We find the required days. Here men and working hours are both are inverse proportion. Here 14 typists typing 6 hours. Here number of men and hours, these two are inverse proportion. So number of men is inverse proportion to working hours. So that's why we take the compound proportion ratio is M1 D1 H1 is equal to here M2 D2 H2. So this is the compound ratio. Here M1 equal to here 14 typists. So 14. D1 equal to here 6 hours per a day can take 12 days. Here 12 days. Here H1 equal to 6 hours. So M2 D2 H2. Here M2 D2 H2. Complete the, here how many days will 4 typists working 7 hours day can take to do the same job? Here 4 typists. Here 4 typists. Here we find the required days. Here 7 hours. We write 7 hours. So now here these values substitute in this ratio. Here M1 equal to, here we write the M1 value is 14. 14 into D1 is equal to, we write 12 into H1 equal to 6 equal to, we write M2 equal to 4 into D2, we write D2 as it is, and H2 equal to 7 into 7, 4 into D2 into 7. So now here we write the D2 equal to here 14 into 12 into 6 by here 4 into 7. Here 7 1s are 7, 2s are 14. 2 ones are 2 twos are 2 ones are 2 threes are. Here 12 into 3, 36. Here 36 days are required. So we write the final number of days. Therefore, number of days are required is equal to 36. So this is the complete fifth one answer. This is the last problem of this in this exercise. So this complete notes PDF link on description is there. If you are interested, if you are needed, download it.